The studio lights were already blazing when Ripa made her entrance, gliding onto the set with the kind of effortless confidence that came from decades in front of a camera. The audience erupted in applause, a familiar morning ritual. Just a beat behind her came Mark Consuelos, flashing his signature grin as he took his seat beside his wife and co-host. "Good morning," Kelly chirped, adjusting her cue cards. "We have a great show today." Mark tilted his head, squinting at her for a moment before interrupting. "Hold on, I'm sorry, I have to say something." Kelly froze mid-sentence, eyebrows arching. "Oh no, what?" The audience leaned in, sensing something unscripted was about to unfold. Mark gestured vaguely toward her face. "You've got a little situation going on here." Kelly instinctively touched her cheek. "What kind of situation?" "Like a beauty faux pas situation," Mark said, trying and failing not to laugh. "There's something off." The audience chuckled and Kelly's eyes narrowed playfully. "Off, define off, please." Mark leaned closer, lowering his voice as if that somehow made the moment more discreet, despite the cameras capturing every second. "Your makeup, there's a line, right here." He hovered a finger near her jawline, careful not to actually touch. Kelly blinked, then turned slightly toward one of the studio monitors. "A line," she repeated. "Yeah," Mark said, nodding with increasing confidence. "Like you blended halfway and then just gave up." Laughter rippled through the audience. Kelly studied her reflection for a moment, her expression unreadable. Then she slowly turned back to Mark, lips pursed. "You're really going to do this, on live television?" she asked. "I'm helping you," Mark insisted. "This is what husbands do." "Oh, is it?" Kelly shot back. "Because I thought husbands were supposed to support their wives, not critique their contouring at 9 a.m. Mark held up his hands defensively. "I'm supporting you by preventing this from going viral for the wrong reasons." Kelly laughed, shaking her head. "Sweetheart, everything we do goes viral for the wrong reasons." The audience applauded at that, and Mark couldn't help but grin. "Okay, but seriously," he pressed. "You don't see it." Kelly turned back to the monitor, tilting her chin this way and that. She reached up and lightly blended the area with her fingertip, then paused. She murmured. "I see what you're talking about." Mark's face lit up triumphantly. "Aha, so I was right." Kelly held up a finger. Wait. She leaned closer to the camera, examining the supposed flaw more carefully. Then, with a sudden shift in expression, she straightened up and crossed her arms. "Nope," she declared. Mark blinked. "Nope." "Nope," Kelly repeated. "You're wrong." The audience laughed again, sensing the turn. Mark frowned. "How am I wrong? You just said you saw it." "I said I saw what you were talking about," Kelly clarified. "That doesn't mean it's actually a problem." Mark looked genuinely confused. "There's clearly a line." Kelly shook her head, smiling now. "It's called lighting, Mark. Ever heard of it?" A collective ooh echoed from the audience. Mark glanced around, as if the lights themselves had betrayed him. "Lighting doesn't create a straight line across your jaw. It does when you're sitting under 47 spotlights and a camera lens that picks up every molecule of powder," Kelly shot back. "This is high-definition television. It's not real life." Mark leaned back in his chair, considering this. "So you're saying I just embarrassed myself for no reason?" Kelly smirked. "I didn't say that, you did." The audience erupted in laughter and applause. Mark ran a hand through his hair, chuckling. "Okay, fair, but admit it looked a little suspicious." Kelly leaned toward him, lowering her voice in mock seriousness. "Let me tell you something. If there were an actual makeup issue, do you really think I'd come out here without fixing it?" Mark hesitated. "Well." "Don't answer that," Kelly cut in quickly, wagging a finger. "That was a rhetorical question." Mark laughed, surrendering. All right, I'll stay in my lane." "Please do," Kelly said sweetly. "Your lane is over there." She gestured vaguely toward the edge of the desk. Mark pretended to scoot his chair away, earning another round of laughter. "But can I just say," he added, leaning back in, This is why people love watching us, because I risk my life every morning. Kelly grinned. Oh, you think this is risky. You should try picking my outfit. Mark's eyes widened. Absolutely not. That's above my pay grade. Exactly, Kelly said. So let's leave the beauty decisions to the professionals and to me. Mark nodded. Fair enough, but if your lipstick ends up on your teeth later, I'm saying something. Kelly pointed at him. That's allowed. That's public service. They both laughed, the tension dissolving into the easy chemistry that had made them one of television's most beloved duos. As the show moved on to the next segment, Kelly glanced once more at the monitor, subtly checking her reflection. Satisfied, she turned back to the camera with a radiant smile. See, she said, almost under her breath but still picked up by the mic. Flawless. Mark leaned in just enough to whisper, debatable. Kelly elbowed him lightly, still smiling as the audience roared with laughter. And just like that, a tiny, unscripted moment, a supposed beauty faux pas, became yet another reminder of why viewers tuned in day after day. Not for perfection, but for authenticity, for the playful banter, for the kind of relationship where even a critique could turn into comedy, and where, more often than not, Kelly Ripa would have the final word.